Hello, welcome to Invictus Porsche. We've got this 718 GT4. What I'd like to be doing is just my first test drive in the 718 GT4 is what I want to experience. I mean, the Porsche GT4 brand is something that I've been so fascinated by. Ever since the Porsche Caymans came out in sort of 2004, 2005, I wanted to experience a GT version of it. And, you know, here we are. The 718 GT4 is a huge leap forward from the 981 GT4, and today I'm just going to discuss how they're different, just the clutch pedal feel, the gear shifter, just overall the styling, the aerodynamics. I mean, immediately you can see this is just aesthetically a much different car. I mean, there's little aerodynamic changes here on the front, to the back, the rear wing. The tyres, I'm not sure from a size point of view if they are bigger tyres, but how they fill up that wheel arch space is just incredible. And of course, this is finished in a beautiful spec, so maybe that has something to do with the agate grey metallic. So let's just get behind the wheel, drive it, and tell you guys out there what it's like. Before I can just get to reviewing this, don't forget to press that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and comment if you think I could have done a better job or I've done a bad job, and whatever. But also, I just want to say a massive thank you in advance for watching our videos, because with your money that we raise through the YouTube channel, because your watch time equals to money, we use that to build wells in Afghanistan. So we've got wells projects happening there, and it's not easy finding a problematic area. There's a lot of research there. There's a lot of time goes behind the scene, us trying to find places, remote villages, remote places, people that have to walk 4 or 5 kilometers in an instance that you see in this video, to then eventually for us to build a well for them so that they have something of a drinking clean source of water. So massive thank you. Let's get behind the wheel and get on the road. Immediately from the get-go, that clutch pedal is not as stiff as what you normally find on the 981 GT4. I think if you've got that extra bit of cash, I'd definitely be going for this. Oh, this is what the clutch pedal feel should have been like on the 981, the Porsche 981 GT4. So a big massive credit to Porsche for putting that right on the 718 GT4. Now, the rest of the feel that you get from the steering wheel, this is what you normally find in the later generation 718 Caymans. They nicely rounded the GT steering wheel, nice to hold on to, and particularly this being finished in that Alcantara, it's lovely to hold on to. Great feel that you get, a very race feel to it. And also the gear selector, the 6-speed gear selector, is also finished in Alcantara. Another beautiful feel to it. The seats are a combination of Alcantara and leather, very premium. And I love the color of the seat belts, just beautiful. The fabric straps, the door straps. And it's so direct. It pulls extremely well. On the 981 GT4, the gear ratios are so long. I mean, you could be doing 70 miles an hour in the second gear. You don't really get out in the third and the fourth gear often, especially when you're doing this kind of driving. So it's really nice to be able to do that in the 718. Also a lot more agile, feels lighter, despite the fact that the 718 is meant to be 80 kilograms. It's circa 80 kilograms heavier, but in no way, form or shape does it feel heavier. Could it be the fact that this is the 4-litre 414 bhp as opposed to the 3.8 litre 380 bhp. That was basically the engine that was put into the Porsche 991.1 generation, which were launched in 2011. And I really have to emphasize that point of this genuinely feels lighter, more agile, and just an overall a massively improved car over the Porsche 981 GT4. At the beginning, when we bought this, there was a part of me saying, oh, I'm a bit disappointed, what is this going to be like? We've got the ultimate, Cayman GT4, that's the 981 with all the character and all the bravado about it, and a longly awaited Porsche that was, and so well received. But God, oh God, this is totally different. It takes it to a whole different level. And now, from the rest of the performance, stats point of view, this has a top speed of 189 miles per hour versus 183 miles per hour in the 981 GT4. And the 0 to 62 times have been improved by 0.1 seconds from 4.3 to 4.2. These are all negligible differences, but aesthetically, from an aerodynamic point of view, this is a whole different car. Yes, of course, the front axle is still from the GT3, so there's a bit of the Porsche 911 GT3 in this, and the rear suspension is, of course, designed, specifically from scratch for the GT4s. Now, in terms of the rest of the spec on this, on the inside, I've already touched on, what a premium feel, how different it is, just from the steering, the gear selector. This is, of course, the comfort package. It's another thing that we wanted to experience was the comfort package, the comfort pack. A GT4 that you can that you could live with and drive every single day. It's done incredibly low miles. This is done 6,245 miles. And now let's just touch the subject of values. When the GT4 was launched in 2014, it cost you £65,000. And nowadays, you're just about to get one for £65,000. If you want something well spec, Club Sport, the 918 carbon bucket seats, we've got one for just under £69,000 with a 1-year Porsche warranty. So just goes to show how well they've kept their money and their value. And this brand new, these were £85,000. This as an approved used earlier in the year, sold by a Porsche Centre T-side. This sold for £85,000. So brand new £85,000, sold as an approved used to the second owner for £85,000. And that current owner has barely done any miles on it. It's got a very long Porsche warranty left, which runs until December 2024. So circa 2 years left on the warranty. It's due a service now because this was launched in, this exact GT4 that I'm driving, this was first given to its first owner in December 2020. So it's due that first service. But the look and feel from the PCM, from the button, it's so It's come, you know, so far ahead. You know, the side folding door mirrors, just the door cards, the whole feel to the car is on a different level. You still have the sport seats. These are the hardback sport seats with the fact this has got the optional heated seats option. Now we will be retailing this for about 70, I would say 77, 78,000 pounds. It's just the time of the year that we're in, and I think when you compare buying a 981 GT4, the first generation, for about 67, 68, getting the next generation up for 77, 78,000 pounds isn't bad value for money. And one thing that it goes to show, again from a value point of view, is look at those 981 GT4s, you know, now 6 years later, the cheapest one advertised is £65,000. When they were brand new, they were £65,000. So, you know, in 5 years' time, what will this be worth? 75? Who knows, but I think it will be. Because if you were to take a step down from the Porsche 981 GT4 to the 981 GTS, they cost 45 to 50,000 pounds. Then the Porsche 718 GTSs, they range anywhere from 50 to 60,000 pounds. So in the scheme of all this that is available, for a little bit more, you get the ultimate GT car out of the Porsche GT department. And it is a once in a lifetime of an experience, just sitting in it, looking at it, knowing that you own one, knowing that you can take one out to events, meet people, greet people. And in a moment, I will be doing a comparison between the 981 GT4 that we have in stock and the 718 GT4. And I'm tremendously pleased with how amazing this is. And now this last bit to this video is about sort of the owner's history, the service history, and the kind of a warranty that is going to come with this Porsche 718 GT4. So if you want to switch off, go ahead, but if you're thinking of buying this, it's very early December 2022, and let me just tell you about the owner's history. The first owner had it for 1.5 years, and that second owner, which is the current owner, has had it for about 6 months. It's due its first service now because the vehicle is just under 2 years old. You know, it's 10 days shy of its second birthday. And the Porsche extended warranty with a Porsche Assist cover on this vehicle lasts until 12th December 2024. And that's practically everything there is to me covering the 718, the Porsche 718 GT4. And just being in this little bit of traffic right here, right now, it's very helpful having that softer clutch pedal feel, shorter gear ratio in case I need to get into second or need to get into third. Well, I'll say the slightly shorter gear ratios in comparison to the Porsche 981 GT4. But I hope I've made the argument to convince you to buy one of these. You know, thank you in advance for watching the video, and yeah, stay tuned in terms of making future content on our Porsche channel on these beautiful, amazing products. So thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.